Nyala O will definitely make you hate marriage because what? Listen, Titi is going through it, and her husband honestly is not making things easier. The fact that the mother-in-law was able to hide a secret of her son having a double lifestyle, having two women who never met each other. Not only that, also having children. Like this man, he completely had two families. How did he even manage to have two families? This is crazy, next level of craziness, if you ask me. And on the other hand, Bandla Lerato's husband, I want to feel sorry for him, I really do, but he is not pulling up his socks, and you can tell that Lerato really truly does love this man. It's just that he's not putting in the money. Indota must provide. And it's difficult for Lerato as a woman to carry the family all by herself. But otherwise, you can tell that love is there between those two. Just money is the factor. Money is the biggest factor. Pretty all the way from Tembisa decided to come to the suburbs, to the babs, get Sana to fight with the wife and said, listen, wifey, young man, come and warm my bed, okay? Clearly, inkinga inawe when uyabanda. This is so shameful, especially when women starts calling each other names over a man who probably doesn't care about both of them. Like, why are you all calling each other names? Like, why is calling each other names a thing? The mother-in-law also came to see TD to say, listen, TD, you need to forgive those children, okay? Children are children, they are innocent, and they are definitely a gift from God. We cannot hold grudges over children. I mean, no matter in love, right? Children are children, they have nothing to do with this whole mess up situation. But still, how they were conceived, it's hurtful, and you can never get through or past the fact that they were conceived in a most hurtful manner. Not also mother in love breaking or the Pretty's mom that she is married, okay? Clearly, the reason that Pretty runs after a married man is because of she was raised by an unmarried mother. Like, women are a lot. Like, you can never win with women. I'm telling you, like, we are just a lot. But this show, all in all, is a lot. I don't know, I don't know. Yes, we do need to talk about marriage problems, but sometimes it feels like we can just tone it down and never talk about it because sometimes it becomes a lot. Like right now it feels like it is a lot. Right now it feels like okay, let's stop talking about marriage. But yeah, guys, I need to hear your opinions. What do you think about this new show, Nyala O?
There is a new telenovela on Mzansi Magic called Nyala O. I think this telenovela is more based on marital problems. It is going to tackle challenges and problems that individuals or rather couple come across in marriages. I honestly feel like this is going to be a great telenovela. Because I think, yes, marriage can be beautiful. Do not get me wrong. Marriage can be a very beautiful thing. But however, I don't think the bad side of marriage is shown enough. Many young people just aspire to get married, but really, do they know what they're getting themselves into, the hardship that comes with marriage? I don't really think many young women are ever ready for hardship that comes with marriage. So yes, I did miss the first episode. Was so sad. However, I did saw a bit of a trailer. We do see that the show does open with a couple renewing their vows. It seems like they have been together for 15 good years. And you think that people who have been together for such a long time are now more like best friends. Their problems are probably talking about children. Oh, you know what I mean? But not in this marriage. I was shocked to also find out that a man have a whole second family. I'm like, what do you mean? And I do think in this new telenovela, we're going to be seeing more Jonas-like kind of storyline. It's giving Jonas, honestly, I'm sorry, it really does giving Jonas. And I do want to see the good part of marriage. Obviously, we all do want to see a good part of marriage, because for some reason, most of us are hopeful that marriage is a good thing. It comes from God. Surely, if it comes from God, it is a good thing. It was intended to be good, all right? But I do, however, fear that this whole series, this whole telenovela, it is based on bad side of marriage, where women regret ever getting married, and they are like, okay, right now we don't feel seen or heard by our husband, or even respected, even just respected by our husband, which is a sad thing. But I guess it is a reality of marriage as well. It's something that we cannot run away from. So yes, the title is Rana. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for that. The title is Nyala O. I think eventually it means Nyala Utabe, get married and be happy, live happily ever after, because most of us, like, I'm not even gonna lie, myself included, we think, whenever we think of marriage, we think happily ever after. You think of your Cinderella storyline, you think of the Beauty and the Beast, and it's I love it that the new generation are gonna be watching the new real thing about marriage. That yes, it can be beautiful, but it can be ugly at the same time, and you just have to ask yourself, wow, how can something so beautiful be ugly at the same time, and be so ugly at the same time? Like, how is that even possible? You know what I mean? But with marriage, trust and believe, those are the possibilities of marriage. Something so beautiful can be something so ugly at the same time. So yeah, guys, please do not miss Nyala O at 7 a.m. 161 new telenovela. It plays Mondays to Wednesdays. Guys, I've said this before and I will say it again. I have a feeling that Zwelakhe is not Mkhize, because each and every time he encounters a Sangoma, he tells him abakini bayakufuna, meaning that his real people are looking for him. This most likely means he is using Mkhize's surname, which is wrong, and his real Madlozi are out there searching for him. I don't know, this is a big, huge speculation that I'm making, but I'm just like, what does that statement mean? Abakini bayakufuna. This could mean Zwelakhe is not Mkhize. Now, I love how the storyline is developing. We are seeing character development and all, but I hate how this wedding thing between Uzwelakhe and Ubahumi is dragging. I'm like, when is this wedding happening? Wow, okay, now we are getting to see Bahumi's ex is back in the picture, posting on social media, wanting to win back Bahumi, buying flowers, trying to be a good man. You should have been that good man way before Bahumi met Zwelakhe, but no, you didn't want that, right? However, I'm like, this is a bit boring now, okay? I want to see the wedding. I'm here for the wedding, okay? I want that wedding to happen between Zwelakhe and Bahumi, and let's get it over and done with. I hate when storyline drags. Like, I really do hate it when storyline drags. So I'm like, hey, Kwababa, please guys, let's get that wedding over and done with, and let's see what else is coming. Now, Umhlaba have been giving us hard sex. Umhlaba and his father, Udumisani. I love Slindile's look. Like whenever Slindile is annoyed and she give you that look that I'm annoyed, because when Udumisani decided to visit Uslindile, saying that you see now things are not going well within the company, it's because ni decide uqosha mina as the head of the family. How dare you like fire a head of the family? And Uslindile's look says it's all. I'm like, I'm here for this look. I am here for Slindile's look. Love it down. Oh, definitely. Dumisani's wife was wrong for slapping Mhlaba's wife. Oh, that slap landed, okay? So, Dumisani's wife decided, you know what? I ain't gonna be part of this family anymore and their shenanigans. And she went to Ketiwe's house just to get some fresh air. Sana, I like how she stood on business, especially when Mhlaba came in fetch and be like, you know what, Mhlaba, you never defend me. Like, you are your father's puppet. You do whatever that your father says. You are not a man enough. You don't have a voice of your own. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but Mhlaba needed to hear that. He definitely does not have a spine, and he definitely does not have a voice of his own. Now, again, the Mkhize family are trying to mend things, okay? They decided that they are gonna have a meeting with Udumsani, even though Udumsani makes things impossible. Wes, he wanted a meeting to be in his house. Zwelakhe had to compromise and be like, okay, you know what, it's fine, it's okay, we're gonna go to his house just so that we can nurse his ego. Whilst they are there, the meeting is being held by the auntie of the family, and she is talking that, no, guys, this is not how family issues are solved, okay? First of all, Dumsani, you were wrong for stealing for the company. You should have not stolen money from the family company. Again, Slindile, you were wrong for getting them arrested, which I don't think Slindile was wrong. I like Slindile. Like, oh, Sana, I feel like me and Slindile could be friends. But Tumsani being Tumisani, that man have pride. Oh, Sana, I think more than the fact that Unomona, he have jealousy. More than that, one thing that will definitely kill him one day is his pride. I feel like in this instance, since he got busted stealing, he should have humbled himself. Because we like and be like, even if he does not mean this apology, you know, you don't have to mean an apology for you to apologize. But in that instant, he had to just humble himself and be like, hey, I am sorry, you know. I am sorry for 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry for 1, 2, 3. And I'm sorry for 1, 2, 3. Right? But in that instance, that's not what he did at all. Like, he could not humble himself and he could not apologize for nothing. Okay? And he's like, nope, he is very much prideful. He feels like he's entitled to the family business. This is his family business as well. He was there when the company was being built from the ground. So what if he took some money because he feels like he owns the truck and the trucks are directed by him. Okay? So Uzwelakhe was like, you know what? I'm not going to force an apology out of you, Babomkulu. If you don't feel the need for you to apologize, that's okay. I'm not going to sit here and force an apology out of you. But I do want you to know this. You are permanently fired from the company. I don't trust you and Mhlaba, and I will never trust you and Mhlaba. Please, you will never come back from this company. However, I will make sure Uguti you know, siyalisula, you know, we are going to dismiss the case that was opened by my mom. And Unhlanhla, the youngest son, Kadumsani, you know, feels like his father is not a good person, of which he is not. He's like, oh, Dad, honestly, you should have just apologized, you know. You should have apologized and own up, and we could have moved on peacefully, all of us. But Dumsani being Dumsani, of course, he takes this as an insult. It's like, Mhlaba, are you trying to insult me? Right now, I'm feeling insulted, boy, by you. But Mhlaba's like, trust and believe. The last thing I'm trying to do is to make you feel insulted. Well, Dumsani being Dumsani, and I pity him in this instance because he ended up chasing Unhlanhla away, and I feel like he have lost one of his reasonable and sensible sons and left with a spineless son, which is Umhlaba. I'm just like, Umhlaba will never be the man he will never be half of the man that Zwelakhe is. Just half, quarter of the man that Zwelakhe is. Mhlaba is not capable of being that, like at all. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Makes zero sense. After Zwelakhe caught Mhlaba red-handed stealing from a family company, Zwelakhe decided to fire Mhlaba. Now, on the next episode, we see that Mhlaba went straight to Zwelakhe's house to try and apologize. It seems like Zwelakhe has already shared the information with his mom. Now, Uslindile does say that Mhlaba, I am highly disappointed on you. You are just like your dad. Now, Uzwelakhe says, listen, Mhlaba, it's okay. You disappointed me. I trusted you, but it's okay because you are now fired. You are no longer working for the family company. Mhlaba goes back home and informs his parents that he is fired. However, he does not say the reason why Uzwelakhe decided to fire him. Well, we all know Dumsani, he is hard-headed. He decided that, you know what, it's not up to Mhlaba. Mhlaba does not have a power to fire anyone. It's not his company alone. It is a family company. So therefore, Dumsani drives Mhlaba back to the office and says, you will go to work. It's not Mhlaba's company. But when they get into Mhlaba's office, trying to confront him, why he fired Mhlaba, Uzwelakhe says, you know what? Your son is a thief. Your son is a thief. He has been stealing from the family company. And I know that you taught him to steal from the family company. Now, of course, Dumsani sounds shocked because Umhlaba, guys, because Umhlaba really, he is a coward and he failed to mention this information to his dad. That the reason he got fired is because he was caught stealing from the family company. Well, Dumsani still insists that, you know what, they are family, they cannot fire each other. Mhlaba needs to go back to work. But then Uzwelakhe decides, because you know what, I'm not having this, not today, not now. So therefore, Uzwelakhe does call the security guards on them just so that they can be kicked out of the office. Then Uzwelakhe went home to share this information with his mom. It does look like Uslindile is not happy, like she is not pleased by the fact that Uzwelakhe did not call the police on them. She goes as far as, you should have called the police. Why didn't you call the police on them? Because that's exactly what they deserved. They deserve to be called police up on. But Uzwelakhe is like, you know what, I fired them. And that's all that is important. And that's all that matters, ma. Please do not make matters worse because I have already fired those people. But before we know it, the police were in Dumsani's house. Dumsani and Mhlaba, they were also arguing because Dumsani, I don't know what's wrong with that father, honestly speaking, because he knew that Mhlaba is uqhubekile. He's still stealing from the family company, even after they were almost caught by Uzwelakhe, and Uzwelakhe told them to stop stealing from the family company. But Dumsani knew that Mhlaba never really stopped. So now Mhlaba is pissed at Dumsani, is pissed at Mhlaba to say, hey, wena, how could you steal from me because you were now stealing from me? And then that's when the police arrived and they tried to arrest both uDumzane and Umhlaba. It was so chaotic. The way Nhlanhla is not bothered, like Nhlanhla is not bothered. Nhlanhla looks at his dad and his brother like, bro, I'm not bothered by you all's life. Like, your all's life does not even affect me at this point. I'm not even affected by your lives, you know. So it does seems like maybe Nhlanhla would try to school them to say, you guys shouldn't have stolen from the family company, and uDumzane will lose it and kick Nhlanhla out of the house. So therefore Nhlanhla will go to Zwelake's house to seek a shelter and